Matt, you and I connected actually a while ago because our organization, KidGlov, had the fantastic opportunity to help Apace with a rebrand. And I'm just curious, would you be willing to reflect a little bit with me and tell us what brought you to consider a rebrand for the organization?
Yeah. Well, first off, thank you
Oh,
again for all
yes.
the work that you and your team did. Just the creativity and the thoughtfulness through that process were amazing.
Ah, thank you, Matt.
We really had a good outcome from it, and I still to this day, folks, we're able to introduce ourselves to the community in this
Yes.
way, and it's been such a cool experience. Um, Rebranding is tough.
Hmm.
Uh,
It's not
um,
easy. It's not for the faint
no,
of heart. Yeah.
and that's why I started by thanking you because I can't fathom your team going through that over and over again with all the different organizations that you work with. A rebrand, a name is so much more than just a name.
It's the
Names,
biggest thing
yeah,
you can do too. The name is but it is so much more. And I'm sorry that I interrupted you there. I
no,
just get kind of excited about it.
yeah, it's such a personal thing. A name is, we were Region 5 Services, so that was our previous name, and we moved to Apace. Um, we have such a long tenured staff. And when we had these discussions with staff, one of the things that struck me was somebody who had worked for our organization for maybe 20, 25, 30 years. That name had been a part of
Yeah.
their life and their story for that whole time. And it's where it gets the conflict comes is the name itself is named an entity, which is not a personal thing. It's an
Right.
organization. It doesn't have feeling. And so what I found through the process was really we had, name the number 760 employees. If you talk to 760 employees, you would get 760 suggestions on what the
Yes.
name should be.
Yes.
So everybody had their own feelings and they felt strongly about it. In the end, when a pace was presented as an option, it just stood out so much to
Yeah.
us. The meaning of a pace traveling at the same rate as something else, we that is the work we do. That is
Yeah.
the embodiment of the work we do. So it really stood out in that process. Doesn't mean people were happy about it,
It
but
takes a while. Change is hard, but
yes,
that doesn't mean it's not important and that it won't lead to good things.
right.
So, yeah.
Ever since we switched, all of our measurables, whether it's our web traffic, our employment applications, everything increased. So I absolutely think it was the right thing to do. One of the reasons why we changed was because our sister organization, for lack of a better term, Region
Yep.
5 Systems, also here in Lincoln, based in the same geography that we're based in, um, we do different things.
Yeah.
But many people in the community were coming to them when they should have been coming to us, and vice versa. And we really made it complicated with two organizations essentially named the same. I mean, almost the same thing. Services
Almost the
and
same. You had
yeah,
to, we even, Matt, I have to tell you, because when we were working with you before you had the new name, we were also working for the other Region 5. And our team would even get confused internally. It'd be like, no, wait, that's for this group or that group. It's
mhm.
really confusing when you have a name that's that close and you're both doing human services of some sort.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. It was, and so I do feel we were doing a disservice to the community just because of that. So that was one reason why we changed. The second reason is we were essentially named back in 1973, and the name did not change much through that time.
Yeah.
And back then it was a different time, and today individuals who come into our services have choice. And so when they're presented with a list of providers, Region 5 Services doesn't necessarily sound like the most warm and
No.
welcoming name of an organization. Some of the stories I'd heard of folks before they got to know what we did, just the range of things that folks thought. Oh, I thought you did this.
Hmm.
I thought you were a food distributor. I thought you were a call center. I thought just the list was out there. So we really had a great experience rebranding and